Okay, you're 477. You're 477. Seven, seven, four straight. Seven, 620. I assured that number would fall. So, like I said, they're close to banning me again because of my phenomenal accuracy. And the commissioners have either paid them or told them they need to get rid of me. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you got 3290. I need you to watch out for that. 1485-2398, 1364-2391. I need you to watch out for year 0976 and year 7632. Look for that in Indiana and Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire. Don't leave out Tennessee. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, the 8154, I assured would fall. Got to find some better words to use. But the truth is just killing them. That's what that is. Okay, again, if you want to win, start by investing in the first number from each state that you want to win in. Take into account that you are investing, not gambling. You came this far, and it's apparent that you're not listening and following my winning instructions. If you're not winning every day, it's not that hard to run one number combination in 7 states, or again, the states that you wish to win in. So if you're going to win every day, multiple times each day, stay within your budget with what your budget allows until you're able to cover all promise predictions to start yielding 15 to 20 or more promised wins each day. You could have been winning thousands of dollars every day, especially with consistency. How many of you are seeing this possible with what you've seen in the private VIP chat so far? I got 6 loves out of all the people that are with me so far. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, moving right along. You got that 068. I guarantee that number would drop out. I said between the date 718 to 725, focus on my top 3 digits. 1, 2, number 3, detail, detail. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it straight. And that's 806 straight and guaranteed. Two 5-1. I told you 251 would drop multiple times yesterday. I guaranteed it right. I promised it right there, ladies and gentlemen. 251 straight. No, that's not straight. Let's see. Let me go back and take a look again. Yeah, 251 straight. And down here, 215. Promised to keep falling. Ladies and gentlemen, not yet. Here we go with dear 915. If you remember, I promised 915 would fall. I told you all you had to do was focus on my top 4 3 digits, which I promise my top 2 big money patterns will manifest between 719, 725 in Tennessee, 915. Street, promised. $397, ladies and gentlemen, you're $397, you're $397. That was North Carolina. $397, North Carolina. They dropped $379. Also, you got it in Kentucky, $739. Okay, so that's your promise answered right there. Boom, boom, boom. And where's your other one at? 739. Boom, boom, boom. Ladies and gentlemen, no. Oh, no. I gotta go find another cord here. Hold on, hold on. I have to find. Okay, let's see if that works. Yeah, that works a little bit there. Okay, 6840, ladies and gentlemen. I promised that number would fall. I triple dollar signed it as proof that you see that combination roll out for you. I said all you had to do was focus on my triple dollar signs, which I promised. I guaranteed it would show up in North Carolina between the dates 720 and 726. There's that 379. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, write this down. 7953. 7955. 7951. 4860-8640-9957-1894. Those are by way of North Carolina, 2 states before, 2 states after. Ladies and gentlemen, there's your 6840 as promised. Congratulations, Pearl Rose. Congratulations, Pearl Rose. 2185. 2185. Ladies and gentlemen, you will see 2185 over and over and over again. So write that down. Start off in Delaware, 2 states before, 2 states after, also Iowa. Ladies and gentlemen, 7568, you will see 7568. Very strong combination. 7568 is You are going to see that one roll out for you in Tennessee. You'll see it in Missouri. You'll see it in New Mexico. You got 3904. You're going to see that in Florida, 2 states before, 2 states after. 2187. 2187 is a very strong combination. Missouri, watching out for 2165. 2165, extremely strong. And ladies and gentlemen, 3691, you will see in New York, 2 states before, 2 states after. 2809, you will see also 3904 on fire. Ladies and gentlemen, there's your 0394. I guaranteed it would fall within 10 hours. 10 hours is all you had to wait. Ladies and gentlemen, I promised that number would show up and show out for the VIP. I even said it would make the deadline. All you had to do was look at the fire. A 5-year-old can win just picking out my fire numbers. 100, 611, 100, and 611. Very strong combinations. I need you to watch out for 820, extremely strong. Look for 820 in North Carolina. 890, you will see 890 is extremely strong. Look for that in DC. Look for that in North Carolina, Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, Indiana. 342, you will see 342 over and over and over again. Florida, 2 states before, 2 states after. Ladies and gentlemen, I need you to watch out for your 069. 069 is a very strong number. I guarantee 069 will keep falling. DC, 2 states before, 2 states after. Watch out for the 513. Your 513 is a Delaware hookup and a New Mexico. You are going to, and that's a no matter what number. And those are by way of Florida, 2 states before, 2 states after. Ladies and gentlemen, there's your 243 right there. I promised that number would show up and show out for the VIP only. Told you all you had to do is focus on my top 5 3 digits, which I promise my top 2 big money patterns will manifest between 723 and 729. One day is all you had to wait for that to fall. 833, 737, 833, and 737. Ladies and gentlemen, you'll see that 737 in Texas. You see that 737 Pennsylvania, New Jersey, South Carolina, Georgia. 2 states before, 2 states after. Ladies and gentlemen, you will see 187 in Ohio. 2 states before, 2 states after. 952, no matter what. 469, you will see guaranteed. 469. Watch out for 107. I guarantee 107 for New Mexico. You will see it in New Mexico as 107. 2 states before, 2 states after. Also run it in Georgia and South Carolina. Ladies and gentlemen, your 717, I told you would fall straight. 717 right here straight. And let me see here. 717 straight right there. 717, 717. You had 771 over here. Now we're going to look for that number being guaranteed. Watch out for 766, ladies and gentlemen. You will see 766. Your 513 is extremely strong. Your 210. You cannot go wrong with 210. Sum of 3, sum of 21 and 12. Those are by way of Ohio. There's your 187, ladies and gentlemen. I guarantee that number would fall straight. I said all you had to do was focus on my top four three digits. I said they would manifest between 718 and 725. 1234, that's your number four number. I said it would drop in Ohio, guaranteeing it would fall straight. 187 fell straight. 9016, ladies and gentlemen, 9016. You will see 9016 in Kentucky. You will see 9016 in South Carolina, 2 states before, 2 states after. 6508, ladies and gentlemen, you will see that's a no matter what combination. I need you to watch out for your 4794 Ohio, 7549 New Jersey, South Carolina. Ladies and gentlemen, you will see 7691 over and over and over again. Your 3749 is extremely strong. Look for that in Ohio. Look for that in Georgia. Indiana, 2 states before, 2 states after. Don't leave out Delaware. Watch out for 3865 in New York. Watch out for it in DC. 2 states before, 2 states after. 6855 is extremely strong. New Mexico. And those numbers are by way of Ohio. There's your 4794 7449. Ladies and gentlemen, I kept my promise for that number to fall yesterday. I said all you had to do is focus on my top four digits, which I promise my top two will manifest between the dates 721 and 727. In Ohio, I guaranteed it. 2489. Look for that number in Missouri. Look for that number in New Jersey. Look for that number in New York. Two states before, 2 states after. Watch out for 6425 in Tennessee, New Jersey, Pennsylvania. 2 states before, 2 states after. You're going to see 0103 and 0013 in Michigan. Watch out for 8928, ladies and gentlemen. 8928. If you notice 0103 told me, look, I'm not going to lie to you. This number will roll out for your VIP. Guarantee it. I guaranteed it. Watch out for 9729. It's going to be slick. You'll see that in Missouri. 9922. Watch out. Watch out. And 9729, that's definitely a Virginia number. Those numbers are by way of Michigan, 2 states before, 2 states after. I guarantee 3010 would fall for my VIP members. Come on. Come on. 557899. You will see. Watching out for 124. Watching out for 917. 917 is extremely strong. You will see 760, ladies and gentlemen. Your 760 is South Carolina, Ohio, Iowa, Pennsylvania, Florida for sure. 926, ladies and gentlemen, 926 is a Michigan number. 2 states before, 2 states after. You're going to see 903, one of my favorites. Pennsylvania, 2 states before, 2 states after. 146, sum of 11, 2, and 20. Those numbers are by way of Michigan, 2 states before, 2 states after. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, I promised 926 would fall straight. I said all you had to do was focus on my top 4 3 digits, which I promise my top 2 big money patterns will manifest between the dates 718, 725. 926 answered my promise. 66371. Watch out, ladies and gentlemen. Your 663 is a Pennsylvania number, 2 states before, 2 states after. Watch it in Puerto Rico and Tennessee. Watch out for 927, ladies and gentlemen, extremely strong. You will see 708, sum of 15, 6, and 24. Ladies and gentlemen, you will see 139, and you will see 168. Those are guaranteed. 310, that's going to be promised in the future. And 537 is guaranteed. Double dollar sign. Watch out for triple fives. Those are by way of Georgia. 2 states before, 2 states after. Ladies and gentlemen, there's your 771 guaranteed right there. 19 hours before it dropped. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Promised to make you money if you believed in my predictions. Twice. 717 and 771 straight. Straight promised. 8976. Ladies and gentlemen, you will see 8976 in Missouri. 2 states before, 2 states after. Watch it in DC. You're going to see it in Tennessee, 2 states before, 2 states after. 5643 Tennessee, 2 states before, 2 states after. Watching out for 2120 Georgia, 2 states before, 2 states after. 5439. Look for that in New Jersey. Ladies and gentlemen, 3498. You will see 8973. You will see in New York and DC. And that'll be promised in the future. I guarantee it will roll out in DC. 5642, watch out, watch out. Pennsylvania. These numbers are by way of Georgia, two states before, two states after. As you can see, I double dollar sign guaranteeing the 2210 for Georgia. I said it would manifest between 722 and 728 with the double dollar sign guaranteeing it to fall. Ladies and gentlemen, do you have it again? Two times I confirmed it. If you did your due diligence, you would have saw three times I gave you that number to roll with. 5160 you will see. Watch out for 5176, ladies and gentlemen, extremely strong. You will see 8910 on fire. Ladies and gentlemen, 8576 4432. 4432 is a Texas number. Two states before Texas, two states after Texas. Watch out for 5190. Watch out for 5189. That would be in Florida. Two states before, two states after. Ladies and gentlemen, you're going to see 663 and 779, 799 on fire. 916 double dollar sign guaranteeing you are going to see 269. I promised that number. You can see it's promised right there. 460, no matter what. 723, no matter what. Look for it in New Jersey. Ladies and gentlemen, 746, you're going to see over and over and over again. Those are Texas numbers. There's your 732. Ladies and gentlemen, I double dollar signed it. It's going to be promised in the future. 21 hours is all it took. Watch out for 557, ladies and gentlemen. You will see 119. Ladies and gentlemen, 631 will be making its debut over and over and over again in Pennsylvania. You will also see it in Michigan. Watch out for 071, ladies and gentlemen, 071. I said it would fall, and I promised it would make its debut. Number one number. 635, ladies and gentlemen, you will see in Tennessee. Watch out for 074. And your 074, as you can see, I guaranteed that number to fall. You're going to see 093. I told you that's one of my favorites. You're going to see 436, ladies and gentlemen. Watch out for your 436. 436, 436, 436 is Tennessee, Puerto Rico. 436 is Georgia, Florida. 436 is Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, Pennsylvania, Indiana, Kentucky, Delaware. Two states before, two states after. And those are by way of Tennessee. There's your 653 right there, ladies and gentlemen. 20 hours before the number even dropped, my VIP members were aware of what to play. I guaranteed it by letting them know 1, 2, 3. Look, I said it will manifest if you focus on my top five, three digits. This is 123. That's your number three. I said it would fall between the dates 723 and 729 and in Tennessee. Eight three two one. Watch out! Watch out! 3210. Watch out! Watch out! You see in Iowa. You're going to be looking at 8091, ladies and gentlemen, in South Carolina. You're going to see 4675 in Tennessee, two states before, two states after. Don't leave out South Carolina. You will see 9830 New York. Nine two eight three New York. Look for it in Iowa. Look for it in North Carolina. 2 states before, 2 states after. You're going to see 3210. How many times do I got to call that number out before you write it down? Before you actually highlight it, circle it, put a button or booger by it to let you know that I'm not playing. Ladies and gentlemen, you can see I was not playing about 7564. The only number on fire a 5-year-old could have won hundreds of thousands of dollars just believing that that only number on fire would drop. 7564, I promised, would fall straight, and it did. Boom, boom, boom. Better stop playing with me. 7932, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to see in Missouri, 2 states before, 2 states after. You're going to see 8132, ladies and gentlemen. Write that down. 8132, you will see in Iowa. Your 6022, extremely strong. Look for that number in Kentucky. You're going to see 2185. I gave you that number earlier. Watch out for 8719 in Missouri. 1833 you will see in Iowa. You will see in Ohio. There's your 2026, ladies and gentlemen. I promised that number to fall straight, and straight it fell. 2026. The only number on fire. Stop playing with me. There's your 722 right there, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to see 011 on fire. 105 you will see guaranteed. 79 deuce guaranteed, and it will be promised in the future. 548 you will see 548 in Virginia. Ladies and gentlemen, you will see 639 over and over and over again. I'm telling you to watch out for your 813. Look for that in New Mexico, Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire. You're going to see 716 over and over and over again. Those numbers are by way of North Carolina. There's your 639. Ladies and gentlemen, I promised. I promised. I wrote guaranteed, but I promised with triple dollar signs that number would fall straight, and it did. Watch out for 161, ladies and gentlemen. You will see 161 in South Carolina. 554, you will see in Virginia. On fire, 259, guaranteed. 615, no matter what. 670, promised. 843, next number up in Indiana. Watch out for 76 deuce. You will see 76 deuce make its debut right along with 297. Those are Florida numbers. 2 states before, 2 states after. Ladies and gentlemen, I promised 384 would fall. As you can see, 384 fell. I said focus on my top 3 digits, which I promised my top 2. 1, 2. 8101. You need to write that down. You'll see that number in Delaware. 2 states before, 2 states after. 140. You will see 2973 over and over and over again. Watch it go to North Carolina. Ladies and gentlemen, you will 108 over and over and over again. Look for that number in Michigan. Look for that number in Iowa. You will see 8106. Extremely strong. 8645, you will see it'll be promised in the future. Look for it in DC. And I guaranteed it to fall. It dropped in Pennsylvania. 3792. Ladies and gentlemen, you will see that number over and over and over again. As you can see, it's double dollar sign 3792. They dropped 3729. Watch out for 3792. 7906, no matter what. 0394, ladies and gentlemen, 0394. Boom, 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 boom. I need to watch out for 4376. 4376 is extremely strong. You will see in Georgia. Ladies and gentlemen, 4376, I promise would show up. Look, on the date 724. On the date 724, it dropped in Indiana. 25, you will see 2588. 2588 is a New Mexico hookup. Watch out, watch out. 550655, you will see. Ladies and gentlemen, 740 will be rolling out. You will see 385. You will see 185. Ladies and gentlemen, you will see 691. You are watching out for 286. Your 286 triple dollar sign means that it was going to fall no matter what. Y'all know I promised that number would fall. Watch out for 452. You will see 452. Watch out for those numbers in Georgia. 2 states before, 2 states after. There's your 538, ladies and gentlemen. They dropped 835. I'm telling you to watch out for 538. It is going to be promised in the future. 911227. You will see these combinations roll out in Virginia. 783. Double dollar sign to fall in New Jersey. Ladies and gentlemen, 571. You will see over and over and over again. I need you to watch for your one. You will see 607 straight promised. 830, next number up on your chopping block. You will see 102. And let's see here. We have 987 and 879. Let's go 879 first. Let's go 987. Let's go 789, 789, it's 788, 789, 3 days ago, ladies and gentlemen. I promised 789 and 897 would fall. If you checked, I said you would see these numbers between the dates 721 and 727. That's a promise. There's your 067. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, boom, boom, boom. I promised that number would fall. Watch out for 8413. You will see 8413 over and over again. Start in Georgia. And you can go all the way down to DC. You will see, ladies and gentlemen, 7816. 7816. 7816 is a very strong combination. You will see 7816 in Missouri. Watching out for 2990. You already know how strong that number is. You will see 1866 over and over and over again. I need you to watch out for your 2917 in Virginia and South Carolina. 7813, ladies and gentlemen, you will see 7813 over and over again. You can see that in Iowa. You can see it in Georgia. If you need the list before the numbers drop, this is the only way to get it. That's where it's being gatekeeped at dynamicpredictions.onrender.com hours before the numbers drop. 9902, ladies and gentlemen, Denver with Fall Street. 4835. I double dollar signed to fall. It fell in DC. You will be seeing 5430. Write that down. You're also going to see 0983 in New York, DC. You will see it in Iowa. You one is an extremely strong combination. I've already warned you about that combination. You will see 9085. Right there is 9085 for Florida. Watch out. One, your 7631 is extremely strong. You'll see that in Georgia. 7631, you will see in Missouri, you will see in Rhode Island, you will see in Indiana, and guess what? 7631, Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, guaranteed to fall. Ladies and gentlemen, watch out for your 0988, extremely strong combination. You see that in Florida. Ladies and gentlemen, there's your 1276 that I've been telling you about. You can see I promised that number to fall at 5:20 in the morning. We knew. 525011. Watch out for. Ladies and gentlemen, you will see 905. Also, 613 is extremely hot. You will see 164 and 461. Ladies and gentlemen, don't leave out 236. Your 236, I already forewarned you about that number. You will see that make its debut over and over again. 079 should be your next number up on the chopping block. There's your 416, number one number I promised would fall. 828558, ladies and gentlemen, watch out. 240480, you will see 481 no matter what. 479, you will see 479 in Iowa. 6. You know what? Let's take a look at your 754. There it is. 754, ladies and gentlemen. 754 straight, Virginia, guaranteed. Seven two two. No, 7227. I'm sorry. 7227, ladies and gentlemen. 7227. You'll see that in New Mexico. 7722, New Mexico. 0198. Look for that in Missouri. Ladies and gentlemen, 6543, you will see Tennessee. 8340, Iowa. 6140, Kentucky. 7283, Missouri. 2 states before, 2 states after. 899337, you will see 337. I promise would fall with fire straight. Ladies and gentlemen, 560, you will see. You're also going to see 517. 943 is guaranteed. Also, 931 is guaranteed. Those are by way of Tennessee. Ladies and gentlemen, there's your 900. 900. Only number on fire. I promised that number would fall straight. 771, there it is again, ladies and gentlemen. 771, right there. 771, straight. 339, next number up on your chopping block. You will see 140 and 951. You will see 135 over and over and over again. 139, I've already given you that number. 239, you should already know about. Look at triple threes trying to sneak up in there for Delaware. 7135860, you will see. Ladies and gentlemen, 048 deuce. 9731, you will see in Delaware and South Carolina and in Georgia. Watch out for 048 deuce. You will see 9731 over and over and over again. 5419. 9267 is a Missouri hookup. We do want to look up 7920. We want to look up 7902. We want to look up 0792. 0972. 3 days ago. That's going to be promised in the future. I guarantee that number would fall. I said it would fall between the date 721 and 727. Yesterday was 724. Congratulations to those who are nailing these numbers. 0943 right there. But I even promised that number would fall. Again, I promised it would fall. It did. Missouri, 7976, 5897, 2436. I need you to watch out for 97841509. 4326, ladies and gentlemen. Triple dollar sign kept that promise. 8119 deuce deuce. Look for that in Virginia. You're going to see 732 over and over and over again. 964, put that on your chopping block. You're going to see 759 and 136, 653 and 176. Okay. Let's check out your 9741, 9471. And we said we would see that number between the 19th and the 25th. It dropped in Delaware on that promise. Now let's see here. Okay, that number is going to be hot now. 9710 and 7091. Write that down. Okay. 7431 is going to be extremely hot. Write that down. 7143, 7431. Write those down. You will see those numbers over and over and over again. Okay, we're going to ladies up here, ladies and gentlemen. So as you can see, there's a energy and knowledge that's going into every one of these predictions where I am detailing where the number will fall, how it will fall, and how long to actually invest in it. We don't gamble here. Ladies and gentlemen, we have one, two, three, four, five. Hold on one second here. Gotta go check out your 143, 134, double dollar sign to make it by between the 143 right there, double dollar signed, and 143. Where else are you? 143. Right here. Also, also, 612 2 days ago. 612, I say would fall between the date 722 and 728. 612 fell straight on that promise. And while we at it, we might as well take a look at 736, 763, 3 days ago, 763, take a look at your 263, no, 264, 264. And let's see here, let's take a look at your 2789. 2789 is hot, ladies and gentlemen. 2978. That's hot. 2987. 7289. 7298. 7829. 20 hours ago. Look at that right there, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to be promised in the future. 7829, I guaranteed would fall. 7004 is hot. Okay, let's tally these up now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. 50. I promised 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. 20, over half of them, I promised you would catch. There's no reason you can't catch what I'm promising. Straight, we nailed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 of those numbers, they would fall straight. There's no reason to miss those type of predictions, especially when I'm guaranteeing and promise only a certain number will fall straight. Okay, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Today's date is 07/25 to 07/31. These numbers right here are vibrating extremely, all states, primarily in my red catalyst states. Ladies and gentlemen, you will see. 1291, you will see. 1242, you will see. 1967, You will see 1206. Oh, got a good one here for you, ladies and gentlemen. 1291 and 1912. All right. We have 1426. We have 9538. You get your 1242. We get your 1291. Your 3 digits. I'll start off with your doubles. 344. You're going to see 977. You are going to see 201. You are going to see 207. You are going to see 970. And last but not least, 582. $206. Abundant prosperity and health and in wealth to all who follow me and believe in the hard work that you see me accomplishing every single day. Ladies and gentlemen, that's 50 guaranteed. That's 28 out of the 50 that I promised would fall. That's 15 straight, all in one day. Ladies and gentlemen, watch out for 1291, 1912, 1242, 1967, 1206, 1426, 9538. 3 digits, you're going to see 344, 977, 201, 206, 207, 970, and 58 deuce. Today is 9. I'm sorry. 07 25 2025. Puerto Rico, Tennessee, Texas, Ohio, Georgia, Michigan, Florida, North Carolina, South Carolina. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to take me a power nap. I will have the predictions and the results for Tennessee at 10:35 a.m. I'll see everybody at the winner's table no matter what.